whole conversation, and I said, if you want to walk around naked and live on an island, then so be it.
So be it.
So be it.
Okay. All right. Well, hi.
Are you there? Oh, you are there. Hi. Sorry.
Hi.
Cheers.
This is, cheers.
Oh,
wrong hand. This is Brother Sister.
Yes.
And it's really just about us and all the bullshit that we encounter in life and stories from our past, dreams of our future, and talking about hot topics and just shit going on in the world.
And we're here to invite you into the conversation. So with that, we'll springboard right off it. Happy birthday.
Thank you, brother.
It was a good one.
It was a good one.
Last
of the 40s, rolling into the half a century mark.
Yeah, welcome to my box.
I don't really want to be in your box.
No.
I don't. But with that said, with hitting the 49, I'm excited and grossed out.
Yeah. Well, this has been a big year of change.
Big year of change. And I think it's also time to start really looking at health and wellness and just
Positivity.
life all around. And
I mean, it sounds cliche.
Yeah.
Get older, you want to be healthier, blah, 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 blah. But it's true.
It's true. And, you know, you can just say, fuck it, I'm almost 50, I don't care anymore, I'm too tired, and kind of let it go. Cash in. I'm not ready to cash it in yet. So I'm gonna keep trying.
Yeah,
keep one of the things I've done is I've been reading a lot of things, and I'm always trying new products, aren't we all? And
what are you reading?
My current book, my favorite current book is, I kind of forget the title, but it's Allie Landry's new book.
Okay. Allie Landry from Jeff.
And
Jeff
she
Lewis.
has a website called Reshape. I think it's called ReshapeLive.com. Okay. I'm not sure. But we ended up finding out about her through Jeff Lewis's podcast, and she is absolutely darling. She is just salt of the earth, the sweetest person, and she's done a lot of the research for you. So I think it's a really good book to get because it talks about just aging in general and just being happy all around, and ignore that. Okay. One of the things that I've learned from her is just in all around happiness and life, healthy habits, is that there's something about having routines. And if you don't have routines that are healthy and get you where you want to be, then you fall into patterns. And patterns tend to be, oh, I'm going to hit the snooze button. Oh, I
have a pattern of doing this.
Yeah. I need to drop my kid off at school, and I'm going to come home. I'm going to get back in bed and lounge around because I don't need to be at work until 10 o'clock.
Because why not? We deserve it.
Why not? We deserve it. And
yeah, with air quotes.
And the problem with that is, as good as it feels to do that, it gets you out of the routine. And then you can't do things that follow up with achieving success and achieving peace and achieving happiness, because you get into a rut, you get into those patterns. Do you have any of those patterns?
Yeah, lately, and well, when you and I lived together, it was hitting that damn snooze bar.
Yeah.
And
I
go through that, through patterns of that, and it screws with it screws with the routine, because you know we have these best intentions of getting up early and getting the day started, and then you hit the snooze button 2, 3, 12, 17 times, and then your morning is shot, and then you're just constantly running after the day. You're running after hours, and I don't like that. And you know, we're at a time in our lives where we shouldn't have to do that. We're not chasing the start of a dream. We're chasing the end of our dreams. That sounds pretty morose.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? We're not like young and hungry. We're middle-aged and full. No, what I'm saying is like we need to keep. We're on the treadmill. We need to keep going. We need
Yeah.
to finish the marathon. We're not at the beginning of the marathon, so we don't need to be like hungry and chomping at the bit. We just need to keep that pattern off the books and get into our routine.
Well, and I think also, as you probably have noticed, that the older you get, the faster time goes. And I think the less organized you are and the less routines that you have, the time goes even faster.
Yeah.
And
it's a blink of an eye. And I think time is faster in Texas. I honest to God think it goes faster. Like, it has something to do with the equator or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. But
smarter with that.
I mean, you're 2 years older than me, so I think maybe your time's going a little faster than mine. But in addition to that, you know, there's skincare and wellness, and you know, there's this thing called drinking water, and
as opposed to martinis.
Well, you know, there's water in there. I think there was ice shaken with the
I put a little water in the martini just to create that ice layer.
Yeah. But I think that you can, there's supplements that you can take, and there's one of the other things that Allie Landry talks about on Reshape Live, and she's talked about it on air on Jeff Lewis's podcast, is glutathione, and it comes in a spray formula that is supposed to be the highest
absorbency.
I don't know absorbency, and keeps it in your body versus something that you take orally and and you just pee it out and it's gone. So there's that, and that stuff you can use on your stomach for an anti-inflammatory and what do you call that thing when like your immune system. And
does it work on brain fog? Because
I will try it on my brain tomorrow. Because
well, we tried. When did we start?
If I can get rid of that brain fog,
when did we start using it? Was it 18? 2018.
I kind of think it was during COVID when I was doing a lot of online shopping and whatnot.
Oh, that could be. That makes sense because I wasn't around anybody to smell me.
Yeah.
It does smell like sulfur. Like, you don't want to do it pre-date. You don't want to do it if you have to work around people.
Yeah, and if you're in a relationship, you want to wait a few months until you bust out that sulfur.
Yeah.
And maybe just like avoid. You're supposed to put it on your stomach.
It's not like you're going around farting in front of people. But
no.
It's noticeable.
If you get close, and you know you're supposed to spray on your stomach. If anyone's going to be down in that region for whatever reason, you don't want to smell like eggs. That's all.
You smell like eggs. Why are you in my region?
Yeah. Well, I hope you know why somebody's in your region. But there's also skincare that they do, and I think it's called Oro. AURO.
I love that.
Oh my gosh, amazing! We've been using that skincare for a couple of years now.
3 years.
And
for the size bottle you get, it lasts a long time.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just use it sparingly. But anyway, I think that's my tip for aging so far, is just kind of just be more mindful of health and wellness and time management, just to make the most out of this life that we have.
But also taking a moment for yourself.
Yeah.
And along with that routine versus pattern, getting into the routine of not only not hitting the snooze button, which when I get back home, that's a big thing for me, is like not gonna hit that button. And we use our phones, the phones stay next to us. Maybe it's getting an alarm clock. You gave me an alarm clock for Christmas, so maybe I just need to set that. Yeah.
It's really cute.
It was really cute. And going outside, making your latte and sitting outside for a minute.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be much. Just a little bit of a center time, 15 minutes if that.
Just to wake up calmly instead of waking up and going right into rushing into the day.
Right. Waking up calmly. Waking up with intention.
Waking up with intention.
So, yeah. It's a happy birthday.
Thank you, brother.
Cheers to our goals for aging gracefully.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
See how that goes.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Might need some outside help.
Yeah, so if you guys have suggestions, let us know in the comments. I mean, I think this is a great forum for everybody to share their secrets. And
yeah,
it could be just like drink water, bitch.
Yeah. Drink water.
It's amazing how difficult that is.
It is. It's impossible for me to get my daughter to drink water.
Yeah.
Well, every day, she comes home. I fill up her water. She comes home with full thermos.
Yeah.
Did you drink water? Yep. I look in there, maybe one sip is gone.
Do you think she's drinking? Do they have drinking fountains still?
They do.
Is that a thing?
Well, no, they have like those water refill stations.
Oh.
So you can take your bottle, but just drink the damn water.
Drink the damn water.
Drink the damn water,
I
man.
mean, we pay for a water fountain, a water cooler at work, and
Yeah.
and it's like we were buying water, and we had this $40 a month water fountain, and I'm like, why are we doing this when we have this?
Yeah.
And Lucy, the dog, is the only one that's getting the water from it. So I'm like, okay, we need to fill up our hydro flasks.
Yeah.
And use that water. So, but it's amazing how important that is.
It is.
So
It's not as fun as martinis, but
no,
you can't really drink martinis all day, especially when you're at work. I mean, you can have like one.
Oh, should I? Okay, never mind. Take the bar card out of the office. So yeah, so I'm leaving tomorrow.
I miss you.
Miss you too. This was fun.
Yeah.
Here for 8 days.
Not enough.
Came for her birthday and to see my mother and
It's my mother too.
our mother. And well, you don't always own her. Sometimes. Some of it.
If she's
we
misbehaving,
trade.
I don't own her.
We trade.
If she's misbehaving, I call him and say, have you seen what your mother did today? It's not good.
And then my niece, her daughter, in a performance. So the week went by like that.
Did.
You know, so you'll have to.
We'll be out to Texas in summer. We'll come see you guys.
It's not for Peach Festival,
No.
Peach Days or whatever. It's fun, but
We were there last summer. My brother just moved to Texas a year and a half ago. And last summer, my daughter and I went out to Texas to visit he and Christopher. And we thought,
collectively.
we thought it would be a great idea to go to the Peach Festival. And it was hotter than hot balls
It'd be like going to the state fair
at 117.
at 117 degrees.
It was awful. And we went early in the morning,
Yeah.
like at 8:30 or 9.
I think we were there at opening, close to it.
And I don't think we were there for more than an hour.
Oh no, because you passed out.
Yeah, I almost passed out. Heat stroke. It was awful. Not doing that again.
It was a cute festival.
It was cute.
But yeah, it's just I never enjoyed the California State Fair when it was here and when I was here in the summer, and you know it's just too hot. And everybody said, "Why are you moving to Texas? It's so hot." I'm like, "I'm from Sacramento. It's not that much different," and it really isn't. It's a little bit more humid, a little tiny bit, but yeah, we're not going to do the Peach Festival again. The pool's ready. The pool is ready, not like last year. That's another story for another episode.
Yeah.
But when we get back, we've got what I'm calling chickens, bees, and veggies. That's on the agenda. So we're getting chickens. Hopefully, we're working on that, changing the CCNRs through the chicken committee, trying to allow us to get chickens on property. Our bees are shipping on Saturday. We'll get 10,000 bees.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
And how fast can you get honey from them, you think?
I think it's about, depending on how they take to the hive and if they don't murder their queen, because that queen may or may not, that's a whole other episode too. That queen may or may not be familiar to them, depending on how packaging and shipping goes.
That's stupid.
Well, you know, it's all nature.
Yeah, but you would, okay.
I mean, you know, it's what I'm told. But it's all insured, which is nice. So if you lose part of your shipment, like if they die, then they'll replace it for you. So it's about, I think, 4 to 6 weeks before honey is starting to like harvestable enough in a quantity. You know, maybe take your toast out there and pour it on. Smear it on. But that's a whole different thing because I've never done bees before. I've done veggies, never done chickens. That's
I hope you get the votes.
We will. I think we will. Had somebody slide into my DMs with a real authoritative take on one of my posts to get in our community everybody to understand how the rules go, and I wasn't having it.
It's a bit bossy.
It was a bit bossy, and the problem was she coordinates spa day at the place where we live. It's not an old. Now it sounds like an old folks home. At the senior center.
It is.
It's not. It's Quail Springs. There's a spa day at the first of the month and Gail coordinates it. And Gail's the one that thought I was telling people and being coercive on how to vote. And I just said, well, if somebody thinks that, they need to relax and basically take a chill pill. And that ended up being a whole conversation. And I was not having it.
Did you mean Shelley?
Shelley? Was I going to do a different name? Well, Gail. The chances of Gail actually watching this, pretty slim to none.
Well,
but you never know.
From here on out, if it's sensitive, we might rename somebody. But
I don't think that's all that sensitive because
for today, we're just calling her Gail because that's her name.
She was basically telling me what to say.
Yeah.
And I wasn't having that, you know.
I mean, there's so much of that
It's
crap going
chickens.
around. And also,
It's fucking chickens.
leave me alone. It's
It's
we
fucking
have free
chickens.
speech here.
And we can have cows.
We're not into the cancel culture. And if I want to say something about how a vote is done,
Right.
or
It was explaining the rules of the vote,
Yeah.
saying if you don't vote, then it's a no vote. And Gail had to have the last word, and I didn't have it.
so, brother had the last word, which is how we like it.
Shelley.
Shelley, the bitch.
So then the bees, that's the bees, the chickens, and then the veggies. Last year I rototilled, I don't know, a huge part of the pasture and
Yep.
planted veggies, which turned out to be basically like
Deer food.
a salad bar for the deer.
Yeah.
Which there's now about 200 on property, and they just cleaned us out of melons and corn and zucchini and everything. Anything that wasn't in the smaller beds. So I'm hoping we got about $5,000 worth of lumber and concrete and other supply, chicken wire, pig, I think it's called pig fencing. I don't know.
Peg or pig?
Pig.
Oh.
So it keeps, it's wire fencing, and that all came in two different loads by Lowe's home improvement
Mhm.
center, semi trucks.
Wow.
And he had his forklift deal and picked it up and pulled it off, and I was like, oh, this is a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, we're really doing this.
Well,
There's no turning back now.
but he put it up by the garage, and you got to go all the way around the house,
Oh.
down past the barn,
Yep.
to where it's being built. So
That's
Christopher
why
was
you
like,
have
well,
a wheelbarrow.
we'll just put it in the truck and wheelbarrow.
Oh, no?
I mean, 2 semis.
Oh, true.
Well, they weren't full semis,
Right.
but it was a lot of stuff. So luckily, Dawn and Lori down the street, or should that be Sean and Smory?
Maury?
Sean and Maury. No, Dawn and Lori, they're wonderful people. They're amazing. They're great neighbors. Dawn's like, if you need help with the tractor, I can bring the tractor down. And Christopher's like, oh no, it'll be fine. So at happy hour, I said, you can come on and bring that tractor.
Mhm.
You know, what are you doing tomorrow? So he actually did bring the tractor down and got everything moved down. And then I know they were there at the house. What was that, Saturday morning?
Mm-hmm.
Christopher said that they were coming. So hopefully when I get home, it's all done.
That'd be great.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm in charge of painting it. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
If all I had to do was walk up, throw some black paint on there, and we're done. If it's not, it is what it is, but it would be amazing. Because we're
Yeah.
getting a little late in the season.
I was going to say, now's the time.
I mean, we've got
time to
everything
get-
planted, just like we just planted your
Right.
tomatoes and
But
strawberries.
get it contained and
Yeah.
get it safe so that the deer aren't going to use it as a round table
Oh,
salad
it's
bar.
so annoying.
Yeah.
And those deer are stupid. They're so stupid.
They're cute, but they're stupid.
Keep it stupid. We know a few people like that.
Yeah. I think I'm becoming a little cute but stupid.
So what shows are you watching?
Right now I'm watching, I just started Beef, the Boof,
I just finished.
and
I ate my beef.
loving it. It's cuckoo crazy town, and I love crazy shows. Like,
It's
we both watched White Lotus, and if
Yeah.
anybody out there has not seen White Lotus, you need to get your shit together and put your work down, put your chores down, and binge.
don't do it. Yeah, don't do it while you're like, don't half-ass it.
No.
White Lotus deserves your full attention.
So you got to watch season 1, and you'll love it. And then, believe it or not, after season 1 comes season 2. Shocker. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
It is 10 times better, I think. The cinematography is better. You could tell that it's a whole new production staff.
The guys are better.
They must have just gotten a bigger budget because it's sick. It's killer.
Which episode do you see his testicles? Is
His
it
testicles.
the hot guy, the one that isn't?
Oh, the dick. I mean, not
You
the
see his
dick.
whole dick?
No, I just meant he's a dick.
He's a dick. The couple that's with the
Yeah.
couple. Yeah.
I
I think it's like episode 2, like right up there in your face.
might have to rewatch it.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
Mosquito.
I need to get rid of those mosquito things that
Citronella.
Jeff Lewis had on his Hollywood House Lift show.
Oh. Yeah, so you're watching that too.
Watching that too. Well, that's over, but that's gonna have a new season coming
Season 2,
out.
yeah.
He's filming it right now. I'm so excited. Again, got good ratings for the first season. It was well done, but compared to Flipping Out and all that,
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
yeah, it was good. But I guess the production value is going to be higher, and they just got a bigger budget. So I just think it's going to be, better stars and better properties. And
He's funny because he doesn't lose his shit. He kind of lets the client lose the shit, and it's more of like, I enjoy his stoicism, his face just being like bland, and then kind of this exchange between him and Shane.
Yeah, the smirk.
Yeah, the smirk, the
Yeah.
knowing smirk.
Yeah.
A father-son thing.
And then they talk shit in the car.
Yeah.
Which
And probably when they cuddle in bed.
they do not cuddle. No.
So we've got Beef, which again is nuts.
The boof.
White Lotus.
And then what's the one with Rob Lowe? That's what
is
I'm still. No, I think
Unstable.
I finished it.
Unstable.
Unstable.
I keep forgetting. It's the hardest name to remember.
I know. I don't know why.
Beef is easy because it makes sense because they have a beef.
Yeah.
And we love beef.
And unstable. He is very unstable, so that should make sense. But for some reason, it just doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
But that's really good. I like that
It's
show a lot.
so good. And what's really cute is that it's written, produced, stars, directed, etc. Rob Lowe and his son.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool. I didn't know his son was gay in real life.
I mean, he looks gay,
Yeah, I mean slight, but
but he's slight, so
Yeah.
that could be kind of he kind of looks like a twink-ish.
he twinked it.
he twinked out.
Twinked out on us. And then what's the other show? What else are we watching? Is that it? Unstable, Beef, White Lotus.
Working Moms came out with a
Working,
new
yeah.
season. I haven't started that new season yet, but I love that show. It's so freaking funny.
Jeff
And
Muff.
yeah, being a mom, it's just I see a lot of similarities, and then also just a lot of shit that they say that I say in my head, or I say to myself, or I say to my friends, and so it's really I love it. It's really cute.
Yeah. What about podcasts? What do you?
Podcasts,
I mean, you're obviously Jeff Lewis.
obviously, diehard Jeff Lewis.
All the casts of his pod.
I do listen to Jackie Schimmel from here to there. I also have been listening to Girls Next Level, which is the cast. Well, actually, it's just Holly and Bridget from Girls Next Door.
Oh, that's right. You keep telling me about that.
That they're kind of going back and watching all the episodes of Girls Next Door, and then talking about all the shit, all the inner workings, all the
Okay.
stuff that you don't see, and finding out that they didn't get paid for.
You were wearing their sweatshirt the other day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, they have merch.
Merch at the merch store.
But yeah, it's cute. So if you watched Girls Next Door, you would love Girls Next Level. It's cute to hear them again, and it's nostalgic, and it was a fun time in my life, and it was it was really truly one of the first reality shows
It really was.
that
It really was.
put reality television on the map and made it what it is
Yeah.
today.
And I love Bridget. I mean,
Yeah.
she's from here. She's from Stockton, but she just had the cutest personality.
Yeah, and she's smart.
Yeah.
She doesn't sound smart, but she's very smart.
Well, and I introduced you to Christina P.
Mm-hmm.
Christina Pajinski. She was a Road Rules girl from.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, Yeah, and she's freaking hilarious. So
Yeah.
it's where my mom's at, WMMA, and she has a whole thing. I think she's once a week, and she talks about her being a mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was kind of a crazy party girl, and now she's in the mom scene, and I mean, she's like mom's next level.
Yeah.
Clearly. But
I would like her to be my friend.
she's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
So she does the podcast. She tours for her comedy. She is a comedian. Does stand up. I'd love to go see her because she's just down in what did we say? Austin. Yeah.
Austin. Mm-hmm.
Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes to West Virginia.
Yep. Tejas, I think she called it.
Tejas. But she's really funny. I just stumbled across her. Like, the algorithm of YouTube must have said something and put her in my universe.
And we were watching her today. I was watching her for the first time, and then my daughter came home from school, so it was time to pause it.
Yeah, because I mean, she's just real. She just puts it out there, and it's a lot of observations. But her production staff one of the guys has the best laugh, like totally infectious.
Yeah.
Kind of like Jeff Lewis's laugh.
Yeah.
Like just giggly.
Mm-hmm.
Which going back to the getting older thing, we need to get back to the giggly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do. We have some giggles.
Well, you and I do.
Oh, you and I do.
It's usually about, but
Usually when we're misbehaving, like when we were just in Vegas for a trade show. What was that? In January? February.
February.
And we did 20% work, 80%
I was there to see you. I'd support you.
fun, but we support each other in our businesses. So
Yes, but I was there. I was there to elevate.
elevate. You elevated me so that I could elevate my clients.
Right.
And so I do interior design, and so that's what I was doing there, is looking at all the new furniture and all the accessories and all the
Styles.
the trends and lighting and the wallpaper. It's so fun and so inspiring. But
Lighting right now is really cool,
it is. It's fun.
and you're really good at it. And
I am.
we need to find something
I'm very good.
for my dining room, for my over my tub.
Yep.
What else? Dining room and tub are paramount. Kind of considering something for the living room, like where the fan is. Like either figure something out. I don't know. I'm conflicted about the living room lighting because even though I love the over the kitchen island lighting,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, which are beautiful. I feel like there needs to be a focal point over there, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
But I
So
love,
we were there in Vegas, and we had a blast. We had one night where we had that laughing, like when you're in school or in church or somewhere where you're really not supposed to be
in
laughing.
church, at a funeral.
At a funeral. Done that.
That's happened
Oh God, that happened.
a couple times.
Sometimes you just can't help it. I mean,
Sometimes
it's not
death
it's
is
not,
funny.
well, the
sorry.
death wasn't funny. It's just like everything around it is funny. It's like if there's a bad singer, it's fucking way ass funnier if it's at a funeral. I don't know. I didn't make it up. It just happened.
Remember when we took who was it, Jenny, like Jenny Cat, to the was it Jenny? God, I just remembered that. Took her to the vet and she was dying. And
Yes.
it was, I mean, we were sobbing, absolutely sobbing. This was our mother's.
Yeah.
Where was she?
God knows where.
And we were taking care of her. And she was on her way out. We didn't do anything. And so we went to an all-night vet clinic. It makes it sound like a bar. We walk in and we're in tears, and they take Jenny to go look at her. And the nurse, the vet tech, was so bizarre, like consoling us to the point of comedy. Do you remember this?
I just remember us laughing our assholes
Because
off.
of her. She was like,
I don't remember the scenario.
I mean, I don't remember what she said. This was a good 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But I literally had to bend down.
Yeah, he was tucked behind the counter, and I'm
because
standing
I'm
there
laughing so hard.
trying not to pee myself, trying to keep my shit together because one of us has to be an adult, and my brother is practically on the ground crying, laughing, which is essentially what happened in Vegas. we were, and what's funny about laughing, really laughing, is it is infectious.
It's infectious.
And people around us, you think, I mean, I'm sure there were people that were annoyed, but for the
they were
most
vaccinated from our laughter.
Oh, okay.
They were laughter vaccinated.
Yeah, we don't want.
We're not going there.
No, not today. But I think for the most part, people, it's fun. I love seeing people laughing out in public.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me happy to see people happy. It makes me happy to see people having fun and letting loose and not just kind of being out of control.
Where were we?
We were all over because it went on for hours. It might have been when we saw that new show, the new Cirque show.
Oh.
But we were probably a little schwammered.
Which you have to be for bad shows.
And it was
just
terrible.
We're not getting a sponsorship from Cirque du Soleil.
Well, maybe from the other shows, but maybe not that one.
Maybe not that one.
But anyway.
Well, the sad thing is that theater had, what was the show?
Le Rêve.
Le Rêve, which was a bad show. Then it had Le Rêve 2, which was a bad reboot of that show. Now it's got, I don't remember even the name. And I just didn't care for it because there was no acrobatics.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There was no, I mean, a Cirque show has acrobatics.
And you're really kind of limited with the stage. Was it at the Wynn?
Yeah, but you're not limited.
Well,
they had people circling in on
that's true.
Bicycles and things like that. I mean, it was just, I'm not giving them that. I feel like they didn't try.
Yeah.
They were more about some esoteric story, which, give me Ka any day.
That's right. They were like villains and they were stealing stuff. Yeah, that was kind of stupid.
It was a light orb that,
yeah, that was dumb.
Magic, and it was not about it. Next time we go, we need to go see Love because we haven't seen that whole.
Yeah, that's goody.
Yeah.
Oldie but goody.
But yeah, I mean, that was infectious laughter, and that took us back to the good old days.
The good old days.
So you asked me a question earlier today about going back in time. And experiencing like
a
snippet, like
a day.
It was a 24-hour period, just
and
you're gone back in that era. So it could be
not to start over, just to visit it for a day,
just to rewatch that movie.
Where would you go? Where would you put yourself?
Because you wouldn't change anything. You're just there to rewatch the movie.
I would change some shit, but not.
It's not to change.
Not for that purpose.
It's not to change the trajectory of the rest of your life. So what was that?
What was it?
What was your? It could be beef.
It could be.
What was the period of time?
For me?
Mm-hmm.
For me, I instantly had a feeling of just wanting to go back and be little again, and be in our grandma's house for Christmas Eve with our whole family, with the tree in the corner and the gifts spilling halfway out into the living room, and it was just so warm, and it smelled like food, and everybody was in a good mood, and everybody dressed up back then.
Nobody was fighting. Nobody fought.
No, everybody was just happy to be together, and all the cousins, we would all crowd up and go into Nani's, our grandma's bedroom, and
giant king size bed,
and everybody sprawled out. We would watch all the Christmas specials that were on, because there was no Netflix, there was no streaming. There were by then there were maybe 5 channels, or still 3.
Probably 4 or 5. Yeah. 3,
so,
10, 13, 6, and maybe 40.
Yeah. So that was just such a pure time of happiness and no stress, and a lot of people that are dead were not dead, and like our dad, our grandma. I mean, lots of people. Glenn. I mean,
70% of the people there are dead now.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things about that period, which I think a lot of people have those good memories, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
There was no fighting. I do not remember that. Our childhood was beautiful.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, grandmothers that helped babysit so mom and dad could go out, and brothers that enjoyed themselves and
enjoyed each other,
and cousins that played, and one of them got their mouth washed out with soap. a few too often times, a few too many times, but
Timmy?
I didn't. I don't think I ever got it once.
I never did. I never got in trouble.
I got spanked,
I didn't.
but no, because you were we were, but come back to that point, we didn't misbehave and get caught.
Yeah, and get caught. And if I misbehaved, many times you got blamed.
And you know what? Looking back on that, it's like those are the memories that we want to like bring into the future for
Yeah.
our family.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, for me it was like either sophomore year at Santa Clara or like junior year at Jesuit in high school, because it was just, you know, it was just fun. And I went away to school and met new people, and by the time you're a sophomore, it's like you're kind of, you have your set group of friends.
Yep.
and you're, you know,
You feel confident. You know where you are.
Yeah.
You know the lay of the land.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was just it was
Get
good
your
times.
groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that point you're almost 21, so you're almost able to drink. But
Because we waited.
yeah, we waited.
Yeah, we waited.
Well, I didn't drink in high school at all.
Me either.
I was a nerd in high school.
So with that said, we're gonna wrap it up here, and thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next week for
Episode 2.
the weekly episodes of Brother Sister
BS.
BS.
Good night, everybody. Did it stop?